BiblioLab project. Teachers, parents, and students' perspectives about the usability and usefulness of an educational distance learning platform. The BiblioLab project arose in the context of the social isolation imposed by the pandemic situation. The main objective of this platform is to offer open educational resources with interdisciplinary didactic activities that articulates scientific education and literary education. Some studies support that there are some positive effects in these interdisciplinary approaches that lead to the development and fast spread of approaches like STEM, science, technology, art, engineering, and math, and more recently, STREAM, science, technology, reading, art, engineering, and math. These approaches are usually used with the purpose of engaging diverse students and developing their problem-solving skills and creativity, integrating science, arts, and language-rich experiences. These approaches usually lack clear learning goals for artistic education, prioritizing science, technology, engineering, and math learning goals. It is in this context that we started writing our research question. So, what is the perception of teachers, parents, and students about 1. The usability and usefulness of the BiblioLab educational platform. 2. Its potential to foster autonomous learning. 3. Its potential to foster collaborative learning. 4. The pleasure they get while exploring the BiblioLab open educational resources. Research methodology. Our methodology was design science research, which implies the contextualization of a problem, the creation of an artifact that will help to understand the problem, and the execution of iteration cycles to fine-tune the problem and the artifact, which is reflected in theoretical enrichment. In Figure 1, you can find a basic model of scientific research in education by Kelly, Lech, and Beck. We started thinking what would be the necessary requirements for the BiblioLab platform to achieve its goal. The BiblioLab platform has different sections. The first one is BiblioLab, the homepage of the website. Then we have About, where we describe the project, our mission and objectives. Activities with educational activities for students, some reading suggestions created with the intention of promoting reading habits and the pleasure of reading. Then we have some family challenges, some news, a section for teachers, and in hand our team and contacts. Assessment of teachers, parents, and students' perceptions. In order to assess students, teachers, and parents' perceptions regarding the BiblioLab platform, a questionnaire was developed. There were 6 topics that we aimed to appraise: platform functionality, platform usability, perceived students' learning outcomes, perceived students' autonomy, group work opportunities, and pleasure felt by the users while using the platform. The questions in the questionnaire were adapted to the person, teachers, parents, and students according to the Likert scale: 1. Strongly disagree, to 5. Strongly agree, and 1. Never, to 5. Very frequently, and open-ended questions. Now we will describe our results. Teachers, parents, and students' perceptions. When we asked the students what were the 3 most important things they learned from the BiblioLab activities, they mentioned learning goals related to plant ecology and reproduction, write lines, dialogues, or subtitles for comics, scientific practices, information and communications technology skills, write little poems, intraspecific biodiversity, factors that influence the shadow of an object, collaborative skills, read and listen literary texts, and dramatize literary texts. In the Figure 2, we can find the results obtained in the questionnaire open-ended questions and interviews about the 3 things that students, teachers, and parents liked most about BiblioLab. When we asked students, teachers, and parents what they would change in BiblioLab in the questionnaire, 2 students indicated that BiblioLab should have more activities and challenges. 1 student suggested that we would have stories for each age, another preferred face-to-face classes, and another student suggested making the videos available on YouTube Kids. In the interview, the students said, "Nothing, I like everything the way it is. I just would change the things in the texts on the site, for example, in the section activities, and put more emphasis on that, color and images. I would put the videos on YouTube Kids. I like everything. I wouldn't change anything, but I would have a task. I would pose a challenge to all the people who use the Bibliolab for them to plant 2 trees." Teachers suggested, "I think that the use of the literature proposed for literary education could be a way to attract teachers' attention, and I would suggest some activities with few steps for students to work autonomously and with less demand, and mention the school grades to each activity applies to." 2 parents answered that they wouldn't change anything. 2 parents suggested that we should improve autonomy dimension, 1 that we should use more the new technologies, and 1 that we should use a clear message sometimes. 1 thinks that the peer feedback does not work very well, and 1 suggested that we should improve the dissemination of the Bibliolab platform. Discussion. Our results showed that students, teachers, and parents consider that the Bibliolab platform achieves the specifications identified in the research question. More precisely, they consider that it achieves good levels of functionality and usability. Regarding the perceptions of students' autonomy, students showed the least positive results and teachers the most positive when we asked if students were able to carry out the tasks without help. However, when we asked teachers and parents how often they needed to help the students, teachers indicated occasionally and very frequently, and the majority of parents indicated occasionally. Perception of group work opportunities was a dimension that achieved the least positive results. In fact, most students, parents, and teachers neither disagree nor agree with students' group work in the Bibliolab activities, and a large percentage of parents responded strongly disagree. Regarding the perception of pleasure felt by users while using the platform, the majority of students, teachers, and parents agree and strongly agree with the statements related to this topic, such as "I enjoyed learning science from stories and poetry. It was fun to do the Bibliolab activities." Conclusions and implications. We concluded that the Bibliolab platform achieves good levels of idealized specifications such as platform functionality, platform usability, students' learning outcomes, students' autonomy, group work opportunities, and pleasure felt by the users while using the platform. However, some of these dimensions have reached lower levels, such as autonomy and group work, highlighting the need to introduce changes in open educational resources to allow these to better achieve the desired features in the next cycles of design research. In the future, the Bibliolab project intends to expand the team in order to make it engage people with skills complementary to those already available on the team, to co-construct the resources with teachers with the aim of improving the platform, broadening the range of resources available and adapting them better to the needs and challenges that arise from their users' experiences.